guys, welcome back to my channel. Subscribers, hello new people. This is Risha's Tarot and this is a pick a card reading on what are my blessings, what blessings are coming my way. So we have 3 piles. We have pile number 1, pile number 2 and pile number 3. So I'll give you a second to choose. Okay, I'm going to go to pile number 1. So, let's put these here to be fair. Okay. So, I'm really sensing this feeling of love coming in. So, obviously, I've already seen the cards. I've shuffled them, but just by the stone itself is the rose quartz, and that's about unconditional love. So you guys are learning to love yourselves a lot recently, so the universe is going to bless you with love because you've done the inner work to do that. So we have the Ace of Pentacles and we have the 2 of Pentacles. To clarify that, so I'm picking up that you guys are going to be presented with new opportunities, and it could be new connections with people as well, and they're stable ones at that. They're not flaky. It's like multiple blessings will be coming your way, but they're stable ones. So as I said, like a new person, like a new romantic interest, a new friend, a new job, a new project, a new course you're studying. It's something new. Something new's completely coming in and it's there to stay because this is Pentacle energy, so it's very stable. And you will be able to get these new opportunities, and you'll be able to balance them correctly, like prioritize everything correctly. So I know it probably sounds overwhelming, like, oh my gosh, I have a new partner, or I have a new and I have a new partner, and I have a new job, and I have a new opportunity to do this. How am I going to balance these 3 things? It seems like you will with ease, because you actually love what you're doing, or you really love the person to the point where you're going to prioritize them, but you have enough self-love to make sure you're able to complete other tasks as well that you have to do, if that makes sense. Because you know there's some people that love people and it turns codependent, and then they prioritize that person over everything and everyone. Like, it's not that. It's like, you guys know, okay, I need to show my person affection, and then I also need to focus on my job. So they have this amount of time for that, and then I have to focus this amount of time on my work. So you prioritize yourself well when it comes to these opportunities coming in. And we have the Hermit. So I think you guys are going to have time to actually sit down and actually evaluate your life, like deep hit. Maybe before, when you was alone, you wasn't really doing this, or it was hard to really think about, you know, what's happening around you. But I feel like these opportunities are going to make you sit down and think, how did I manifest these opportunities? This is amazing. And I feel like it's because you've been loving yourself. You've been looking after yourself. Some of you have been eating well, been drinking well, been looking after your body, like, and I think you've been setting healthy boundaries, and this is why all these opportunities and healthy people are coming in. So yeah, it's just a time where you're really gonna reflect, and I think you're gonna look at your life in the past and compare it to now, and I think you're just gonna sit there and be like, how did I get here? Like, where did all these opportunities come from? They wasn't there before. What have I done within my behavior to manifest all these opportunities? And I believe it's literally because you've started to love yourself and started to put healthy boundaries up. that the universe sees that and they're rewarding you with new beginnings and, you know, new people. So yeah, you guys are really going to be in your head about it, but not in a bad way, but I think it's more in a thankful way, like, wow, I can't believe this is happening. Some of you might meet a Virgo, you never know. Then we have the Knight of Cups and the King of Cups. So, right, see what I see here? I feel like you're going to meet someone who you're going to be with long term. Well, this is like someone, so it could be your husband or wife later on, you never know. But what I am going to say is this person's going to be quite a significant person in your life for a certain time period. But I think the way that you're going to meet them is going to be quite casual. Like, when you spoke to them, it didn't seem like you was wanting a relationship or you was waiting for one. It just seems like this person is your friend. So I think you start speaking to them, the conversation's light, the conversation's fun, the conversation could even be flirty, but it's not forced. There's this youthful energy to it. And then what I think happens, the connection evolves to a situation where both of you deeply love each other, but I feel like none of you see it coming. So that's interesting. I think that's cute because it's like a surprise, like, oh, this person is my friend, they're my new friend, I really like them, they're really fun, they're really interesting, and oh wow, like, we actually get along to the point where we could actually be in a relationship. That's interesting. I wasn't really anticipating that. So I think that's how the connection might go. And that's if you meet like a new person, especially if you're someone that's attracted to men, because I'm feeling this is more like someone meeting a man, and it's quite light and playful at first, and then it turns serious out of nowhere, and it was like, whoa, how did that happen? Because it just naturally happened. Like, the person got to know you, spent some time with you in a fun way, and you know, I think that they courted you, like, they took it slow so that they could find out if you're really the person that they want to be with, and that's how it went. Maybe this person had an agenda the whole time to be with you, but I think you kind of see this connection like, oh, we're friends, and then it's like, oh, we're lovers. I didn't really see that coming. So anyway, for you anyway, it will be a surprise. If it's not a new person, and you're already with someone, you guys find, because for some of you that are with someone, I feel like sometimes the connection can be a bit boring because you've known each other for a while. But what I think happens is you find time to spend with your lover. You find, you know, you do things that they like to do, things that you like to do. You guys start to do things that you did back in the day. And then what that does is it makes your partner remember, like, why they love you. And they really start to appreciate you because you was being so thoughtful of being sentimental and bringing them places that they were with you, that they were doing with you in the past. So there's that. And then for some of you, I think you end up trying something new. That, let's say, for example, you try dance class and you're like, let me actually try this dance class because I might actually really like it. And then you do it, and then you're like, whoa, I'm actually quite good at dance. I never knew I could dance like this. And then what can happen is you start to really love dancing because you tried something new. And the reason you tried something new is because you've allowed yourself to try new stuff now, because you're giving yourself that love and confirmation to do new things. So yeah, and this is even a project, like, if you start a singing group or something, I don't know, like, literally it could be anything, and then it just grows into something you really, really love. So whatever this whatever these, because it's not just one opportunity that's coming through, it's multiple opportunities. Whatever opportunities these are, they're here to stay, and it turns out you really, really like them. And whoever this lover is that's coming in, it starts casual and then it turns quite serious after a while. So that's quite lovely, you know. Then we have Aries War reverse. So there's not going to be much like drama in your life for a while. That just stops. I feel like before there was a lot of problems, and this is probably why, you know, at times you're gonna, there's either this is currently happening now where loads of opportunities are coming in, or new lover who seems quite, you know, serious, or, you know, like they're not a narcissist or anything like that. So you're just kind of like, oh my gosh, I haven't really experienced that. Like, I don't know what's going to happen. Like, that's interesting. So that's why some of you are in deep thought. But then it could also be a thing where like there's no drama now. And I think that's because you guys have put boundaries against people in your life that like to create drama. So because you've done that, there's no drama. There's no problems. Because you're just not you're not allowing it. You're not allowing there to be problems in your life anyway. If everyone else wants to start war, and the thing is, I feel like these people are still starting. I feel like, and I think these are past people that you have a boundary with. I think they're still trying to create problems, but I feel like you're just like, I don't really care. I don't care for this. You can sit there and scream and holler and do the most on your side, but I don't care for this. Like, you guys just are on a really chill mode, because you understand that me sitting here arguing with you, doing up war, like, I'm not even respecting myself. I'm really out here acting like some savage when I don't need to do that, you know? And it works out for you. So all this negative energy just basically comes out your life because you're not entertaining it. So yeah, like, there's no problems. There's no issues, you're not having it. But I do want to remind you, this new person coming in, I think they're very loving. They're either very loving and you're not used to it, or they're very creative and you're not used to it. So you've either met this person now, or you're going to, like, later on. So get ready, guys, get ready. Then we have Dress of Alchemy, release your power. You're not doing it anymore. You're not doing it anymore. I feel like what you guys used to do is you don't like problems. So what happened is, I feel like whenever there was an issue with someone, you just basically was like, you know what, I don't even want no problems. So like, let's just squash it and keep it moving. But then it's like you're releasing your power just to get, you know, along with everyone, just to people please. And I think you guys have got to the point where it's like, no, do you know what, forget this. I'm not going to sit here and keep forgiving you. Like, that's really long, because all you do is you keep violating me. Like, that's just terrible. So you guys are just like, I'm not releasing my power anymore. I'm keeping my power because that's all I really have. And it's not in like a bad way. It's like in a way to protect yourself. You guys are just like, I'm not gonna allow someone to have the power to get me out of my character, or to get me aggressive, because that's not the vibe I'm getting from you guys anyway. I don't think you're naturally like that. I'm not gonna give someone the power to violate me. So my boundaries are up, and you're keeping your power now. And that's caused a lot of disharmonies with people in your past, or some people that you can't actually get like rid of. For example, like, there's some people that can't like get rid of certain relatives because they're going to see them again, right? So cool, but then there's a boundary there, like, that they can't cross, that you've created. So either way, there's boundaries now. And certain people you just don't speak to no more, or you don't get along with them, and you're like, do you know what, that's fine. That's fine that I don't get along with you. As long as I'm not being disrespected and I'm at peace, that's fine. We don't ever have to speak again. Like, that's the vibe I'm getting from you guys. And do you know what? I can't blame you. If that's what you have to do, that's what you have to do. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy out here. Let me see if I see anything else in these cards. I think you're just seeing the situation for what it really is with these eyes on the feathers. You're just like, do you know what? Like, I can't be behaving blind to what's going on around me regarding like toxic people. And it's interesting because I think it's people really that have riled you guys up or made you feel really bad. And you're like, no, like I can see what's going on here, and I'm obviously going to have to put boundaries up. I don't want to, but it's looking like I have to. So, yeah. I think you're being careful of what you let out as well, because she's got like a bottle and it's got like a bird and with 3 heads in it. Okay, so it's giving, I've got certain things I want to, you know, let out and be open about, but I can't, because then it's going to cause a big problem. So I'm just going to keep it to myself and I'm going to deal with it. And because it's like, if you guys release it, then that gives this person ammo to make a big scene. So you're just kind of like, no, you know what, I'm just going to keep it to myself, and I'm going to deal with it in a healthy way. And I'm just going to keep a healthy boundary when it comes to certain people, because that's just what it is. And I respect it. I respect it. Then we have Grumpy Red Fairy. So I think also you guys are realising, like, it's okay to be angry. It's okay to be angry. Why am I sitting here, like, being... Because that's what the rose quartz gives me. It's like you're sitting here being Buddha all the time, being just peaceful, keeping the peace, but there's no boundaries. So it's like you're allowing people to disrespect you just because you're a peaceful person. And now you guys are like, no, I'm actually angry now. Some of you couldn't take it no more. You just exploded. You're like, yeah, like, I can't do this no more. Like, I feel like some of you really, like, let all the anger out on one person. I think it was slow. It was like the person just kept poking and poking and poking and poking. You guys were kind of like just ignoring it. Like, oh my gosh, I just don't want to get angry. And then now you've exploded on some certain people, or like you haven't actually done that. You've just put the boundary up out of nowhere. And the person's like, whoa, there's a boundary. Since when was there a boundary? You're like, there has to be a boundary now, because you're actually violating me, you know? Like, that's the vibe. And also, I feel like you're just being your true self now. So it's not just like anger. Like the red in here gives me like confidence, like action, doing stuff. So I feel like these new opportunities are coming in because you guys are having the self-love to actually go forward and do these things. And I feel like you're accepting yourself for how you are. And even if certain people don't like it, you're just like, whatever, I don't care. Because I'm sitting here, you know, listening to you guys do what you want to do. And then when I want to do something, everyone's looking at me sideways. So you guys are like, no, like, I'm going to do what I want to do. And if you guys don't like it, then go over there. Don't speak to me. So, yeah, you guys are like, I'm going to be my true self. And if you don't like it, go away. And I think you guys feel more empowered, or you're going to feel more empowered. So yeah, these are the blessings coming your way. I also see, with the Pentacle energy here and the 8, I just feel like money's going to be coming in, like a lot more than what was previously. And if it's not money, then it's success in some aspect. So it could be in a romantic aspect, and it could be... So when I say success in a romantic aspect as well, like, I feel like because now you're being honest about what you will tolerate and what you won't tolerate, and you have healthy boundaries now, you even present that in your relationships now, whereas you may not have done that before, which was probably attracting like really toxic people. But now, because there's boundaries, people that are toxic or narcissistic, they're not going to want to speak to you because you have boundaries. So like, you're just attracting better people, and you know, just by being yourself now, and just by accepting yourself. And then you're going for more opportunities because you have the confidence to do that, because you feel like you can do it, and you're doing it, guys. So that's really good. Or you will do it in the future. And then we have 62 for the symbol. Let me read it. 62. Denying death. So in this situation, the death of something is actually needed in order to get where you want to go. There is something you need to let go of. Something needs to end. You are currently unable or refusing to see the value of this ending and the need for it. This sigil is telling you that the time has come for change, transition, endings and transformation so as to leave the old behind. It is telling you that currently you're in serious resistance to this. So, right. But this is upright. Okay. I don't think you're in serious resistance, but I think you was in the past. I think you're realizing certain values you had, because I think I just said this, certain values you had, they have to go because they're not serving you. Like doing this whole being nice because you're a nice person, yeah, but at times, pound number one, you need to put your foot down to tell people no, like you're not violating me, like I'm not having it no more. So yeah, as I said, like the boundaries. But yeah, and you need to let go of toxic people, and you need to let go of the way you're responding to them too. So I see now you're not entertaining it, but before there might have been this need to say, well, actually, this person did this to me, and this is why I'm reacting this way. Like, I think you was kind of falling into a trap of how the person wanted you to behave. So like what some people do that I've noticed is they kind of like, they create a problem and then they want you to behave in an aggressive way, and that's what the poking is. And then what some people do is they behave in the aggressive way, and then for the person to then say, oh, I didn't even do anything, oh, you're doing too much, and do up gaslighting. And then and then you look crazy even though you're just defending yourself. So you might want to avoid reacting the way you've always been reacting, which is coming across as quite emotional or quite defensive, because this is how the what's it called, antagonist, yeah, wants you to behave. So don't entertain it. Just always be peaceful. And as Beyonce loves to say, always stay gracious, you know. And literally, that is my phrase from now on, even though it's hers. Like, I live by it. It's literally a thing of let people behave how they want to behave, but always keep it classy. And I would say, like, just ignore them. It's like these people, they can't feed off you if you give no reaction, if you give no emotion, you know what I mean? So just remember that's with some people is a game, so you gotta be careful. But anyways, you guys are gonna find this out anyway, and good things are gonna happen because you basically have boundaries now, and that's what's gonna happen in the future. You're gonna meet someone too, so congratulations with that. But pound number one that I was reading, if you like this reading, like, subscribe to my channel. If you like a personal reading, the details are in the description box below. Bye guys. Okay. I just want to get that out again. Okay. Pile number two, this is if you chose the amethyst. So we have the 5 of Wands. Okay. Wow, no one has time for the BS at this point. Okay, so you guys, is literally a thing where anyone that's in, okay, wow, okay, so anyone that's in competition with you, you're not entertaining it. You're just I'm in a league of my own. And I think you guys say that humbly, if anything. You guys are like, I haven't got time to be sitting there focusing on what other people are doing. Like, and I think it makes you think better. It makes you see things clearly for like what it is. So there's gonna be this less competitive energy. This less like being focused on what everyone else is doing and more focused on yourself. Anyone that's put you in like a third party situation or a lover that's made you feel like, you know, you're not better than this person. You know, some people, they can do weird stuff like that. Like you're just like, whatever, okay, cool. Like if that girl or guy's better than me, then do your thing. Like I hope you have fun. I hope like that's the person that's meant for you, like genuinely. And thank you for letting me know so I don't have to deal with this moving forward. Like it's just this energy of, okay, you win, babe, you win. Leave me alone now, you know? Like you guys are just so unbothered these days. And I think that's made you feel a bit happier. And if this hasn't happened yet, it's going to. There's gonna be this thing of, I'm not in no competition with no one, yeah. I am my own person, and if anyone thinks that they're better than me, think that. You're free to think that, that's fine. I'm not here to prove you wrong. I do not care, you know. There's less conflict as well because you just don't have time for it. Some of you, with the amethyst here, you can just see right through people. So when people do the most, you just know, yeah, it's probably lack of self-esteem, you know. So I'm not even gonna really entertain this. So yeah, like you guys just, as soon as someone starts to like argue or do a madness, you won't do what pile number 2 does, which is like ignore them completely and go like missing. But you might do this thing where you're like, okay, whatever you say, sure. Sounds sarcastic, but you guys are just like, do you know what I could be doing in this time? But you want to sit here and beef me. Like, I haven't got time for it. You guys are like, whatever you say, sure thing, babe, you know? And, yeah, that's pretty much, I think that's pretty much what the 5 of Wands is basically saying. Then we have the King of Swords. So, some of you, yeah, it's like you just have clarity on so many things. Like it's like you're gonna start to get epiphanies, like, oh my gosh, that's why you're behaving like that, that's why you're doing that, or that's why things are like this, because it wasn't making sense before, but it's making sense now. Like some of you might wake up with epiphanies all the time, or like when you're mid conversation with someone, you start to realize, oh, that's why, you know. All that's going to be happening. So and what that allows you to do is you guys will be able to take like better control of your life in terms of like thinking before acting and being way more strategic. And but not in like a negative way, in a way where you're just able to evolve as a person. So as I said, when people start to cause problems, you just know how to kind of get out of that without bruising their ego. So that's amazing. But then you kind of took control over the situation because you're appearing as the King of Swords. And I feel like people are going to start to like really respect you, especially regarding what you have to say. So when you speak, I feel like people will really listen. Yeah. And your communication is going to improve a lot. I must say it will improve a lot. But it could also be a thing where some of you will meet like a guy. I know we should really be going off masculine and feminine energies, but I feel like this is like a guy or someone with like strong masculine energy. And they're going to come in your life, but I think they're going to help you also with the way you view things, like your perception of things. And I think that will help improve your life also. So like whenever you feel some way about something, this is the type of person you'd be like, hey, what do you think about this situation? And you tell them the whole situation and you have like one perception on it and they're kind of, or one view on it I should say, and they're kind of like, okay, but did you ever view it like this? Like, did you ever think of it like this way instead? And then you're like, oh, I did not think about it like that, you know, that's a good way of looking at it. So this person, like, they allow you to see things in different point of views, in different viewpoints. So you basically accumulate all this information, like, on one situation, and then you can decide how to move forward and how to behave, you know, after having that conversation with this person. Some of you may be a father, wasn't really getting that, But I think it's someone that has strong masculine energy around you. That's a really good advisor. And yeah, they're a blessing for you too. But it could just be you just embodying that energy after having like epiphany after epiphany. And then we have the Three of Cups. So I feel like you guys are really going to be enjoying yourself. Some of you are going to go out. You're going to do up the clubbing. If you don't like clubbing, okay, you're going to be doing things you like you're going to be, I don't know, swimming. I don't know what people do. I don't know. Guys, don't laugh at me. You're going to be going golf, bowling, all those different things, okay? Or it could just be like spending time with family more, going to more like family parties or friends parties. Because maybe you guys were a bit more isolated before, but now you're like, no, I'm going to go out and do things that I like doing. And you're going to have fun, you know? I think this is the time where you're going to make a lot of memories with people. Like when you start going out with them and doing things with them. I think this can also be you just going out by yourself and doing things. But I see you going out with people for some reason. I don't know why. And I'm picking up it's some of you going where music is. There's a lot of music. So I don't know. But yeah. You're going to be having a lot of fun soon. I should say that. You're going to be overindulging as well. So, like, maybe drinking a lot, eating a lot. Okay, guys, I see you. You guys are like, I'm trying to live my best life. You might. I think you're going to improve your dress sense as well. I don't mean to offend anyone that's fine with their dress sense, but it's either you're going to do your dress sense 2.0, where like you do a bit more, where it's the same dress sense that you normally have, or you're going to change it up and it's still going to look really great. So yeah, I see like a change to your attire, new hairstyles, so there's that too. Then we have Achilles' confidence. Right, let me put it here. Yeah, so basically your confidence just goes up and you're ready for anything. You're ready. But as I said, because he's holding a sword as well, Achilles, right? I really think, I see how he's aggressive. You guys are going to be aggressive like this, but it's more like verbally. Like, you know what to say and what not to say. And that's going to benefit you a lot moving forward because you know what to say at the right time, basically. So, okay, I mean, that's great. Some of you might be involved in sports. I think that's going to go well. Some of you might do martial arts. That might go well as well. It will. Because you have the confidence to do these things now. Because you're looking at things from a different view. Like maybe before you kind of was like, I don't really, have the body to do this, or I don't really have the stamina to do this. And now you're kind of like, but even if I don't have the body or the stamina to do this, let me at least try. And if I don't like it, then, So you guys are just changing your perspective on things, and that's allowing you to do more things, and it's improving your confidence over time, basically. Then we have Sea Beacon Fairy Guidance for where will it lead you? But it was reversed. So I think what this means is you're going to stop listening to other people's perception and view of things. You're just going to be like, why was I sitting here listening to this person about something when I should have really asked someone who was a professional in that field? I should have asked someone who was more mature. I should have asked someone that wasn't biased, So you will start to realise I've been having guidance from people that wasn't even really benefiting me, or they wasn't really giving me the right guidance. and they was leading me to some sort of destruction, or it was leading me to have like low self-esteem, or leading me to be competitive when I don't really need to be like that. Like, why do I have to be like that? So basically, and I think it caused you guys to be very emotional. I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to do things this way because that person told me to. But I feel like you're gonna get information from a mature person. Like, they're gonna really show you, like, why are you listening to all these people that they're not even qualified to give you an answer regarding that, first of all. And second of all, you're asking closed-minded people. Like, how does that help you? And then you guys gonna be like, oh my gosh, you're right, to whoever this is. I don't know who this is, but they really open your eyes on something. And then I think this person also tells you, you know what you need to do. So stop asking other people, and like look within and ask yourself, like, what do you need to do, honestly? Or what do you need to do about this situation? And I think that helps you a lot. But I think it has to come from someone you really respect. That's why I feel like this is someone that's a bit older than you or something like that. Anyways, you was listening to people before that, you know, were giving you bad advice. And then you basically are going to put an end to that. Because I had to clarify it with like my playing card. Because I was like, well, okay, so what are you really trying to say? Because I don't even know. And it's basically saying like you basically put a stop to listening to people that just aren't going to help you. Like any sense of nonsense now. If anything sounds like nonsense, you're just gonna be like, do you know what? Like, you're done. I'm not listening to you anymore. That's when my ears shut off. Or it goes through the other side, because I ain't got time to be listening to you giving me bad advice. So this time, when you're unsure about something, you ask someone, you know, who's more open-minded about the situation rather than closed-minded people. Because you want an accurate answer, or, you know, answer that's going to help you move forward. And that's what you will be doing moving forward. And we have 7, and this means meaning. I feel like before some of you guys were like doing things, and you're kind of like, why am I doing this though? Why am I doing this? Because Brenda said I should do it. Brenda don't even know, like, she don't even know her 4 times tables, and I'm asking Brenda, like, what I should do. Like, no. Like, you guys are starting to realise I'm asking the wrong people certain things, first of all. And and some of you, it's not even like he was asking anyone. Like, I think he's just seeing, like, the way people behave. And then I think he's starting to realise, like, this isn't really benefiting me. Why am I doing what everyone else is doing? It's not working for me. It may work for them, but it's not working for me. Like, I'm going to do things my own way. And I think once you do things your own way, you find your own special meaning through that. So, like, when you look at things in your own way, and you do things in your own way, and you take, you know, your own advice and trust your own advice, and trust your eyes when you see certain things, you start to, I don't know, you just start to realise a lot of things. And I just personally feel like your life starts to have a lot of meaning once the clarity kicks in, or if it hasn't already. So yeah, like, that's the blessing you guys are going to get moving forward. Clarity, more clarity on situations, more understanding and seeing situations for what it is. And then your life has way more meaning. I want to see how though, like, I can't just end it there. Like, I feel like this isn't complete. Hold on. Meaning how is, you guys got King of Cups as well? Okay. Well, I mean, I thought this was all swords energy, and now the cups come into it, so okay. Plot twist. Do you know what I think? Mad thing. Okay. I think here, you guys were so focused on what is and what isn't, and like other people's opinions, different perceptions and all that. Like, it wasn't really allowing you guys to do what you love. It was preventing you guys from doing what you love doing. It's preventing you guys from being with who you want to be with, because apparently maybe socially they don't fit in your community, or your friends are going to look at them weird, so you're not going to go be with them. I don't know, like there's this vibe of this person's going to embarrass me, so maybe I shouldn't really be their friend. Like when it comes to connections with people and doing things that you love in terms of like projects and hobbies and that, I feel like some of you guys just weren't doing that because of people's perception on things, and then you're like, I'm gonna do what I want, it's my life, I'm gonna do what I want. So like there's going to be a bravery to do things you love, and then once you do things you love, love starts to come in. So that's what it means by meaning gets added to your life. Like your connections with people start to mean more, they start to hold more weight. Your hobbies start to mean more to you. You start to really love them instead of being ashamed of them because someone doesn't approve of them. So there's that as well. Okay, well, I mean, that was your reading part number 2. If you like to read, like, subscribe to my channel. If you like a personal reading, the details are in the description box below. But now I'm going to go to part number 3. Part number 3, I can't lie, like, you guys' one was a plot twist. It was a plot twist. I was really like, what? Because look, let me show you, because I don't think you lot understand. Let me show you how this went, because I was like, okay, I'm confused. So this stone's about grounding. You guys want to be more grounded, yeah? You guys going to have more character. That's going to be your blessing, being grounded. Probably even having more money as well, because that's a source of stability. It's financial stability. But I think it's being more stable within yourself. That's going to be the blessing that comes your way, basically, yeah? So we have the 7 of Wands reversed, and basically it just basically shows you guys are less defensive about things, because you're like, I think you feel more protected moving forward. So let's say because you know some people, they're kind of scared to do like new things or go to certain places because they feel like they won't be protected. There's not enough protection there, or you know they're gonna be embarrassed, and their insecurities start to come up, and that like you guys that stops happening. So if that was happening for you, it's going to stop. So when someone says, oh, let's go here, you're like, okay, cool, because at the end of the day, I've got me. If anything, you know, if anything happens, I know what I need to do. I know the escape route. I know how to defend myself. Like, it's that vibe, like being more open to things. And I feel like also when people like try to attack your character or something, you're just gonna be like, okay, I hear what you're saying. Like, I think you're actually gonna listen to them. Like, you're gonna be a bit more understanding, a bit more like open, basically open-minded as well. Because you know some people, like when they hear, oh, like you did this to me and you did that to me, they just shut off. They're like, whatever, I didn't do nothing to you, like it's all in your head, I didn't do anything, but now I only did that because you did this. Like, they don't take no responsibility. It's just this defensive energy. But with you guys are just basically like, okay, cool, I did that, I hear that, I understand that was wrong, I would like to apologize. Okay, apology accepted. That's great. How do we move forward? How do we move forward in this connection? Because I'm not really trying to make this connection fight, argue, defense. Like, I don't really want that. So you guys are becoming very mature, because you just start to really understand yourself. Like, you start to understand your values and beliefs a lot more. So when people do the most, you can easily communicate, you know, what you think to them, and you are humble enough to be like, do you know what, you're right, I need to sort it out, I'm gonna sort it out, I'm only human. So there's maturity there. Then we have the 2 of Swords. Now in my eyes this was confusion, so I was like, how is confusion a blessing? So another way I interpreted it was, you know, maybe there's a lot of you have time to think about certain things. Maybe before there wasn't enough time to think about different options. Maybe when you was presented with options, you had to choose an option really quick. You didn't have enough time to think about what the best option was. That could range from a whole different, so from many different topics. But like, I feel there's more time now to think about what you want to do and what you want to say. And I think this is also thinking about two different opinions. It's thinking about how you're going to move and how you're going to behave moving forward, basically. So I clarified that with the Eight of Wands, and I see that as like traveling. I think you're now becoming able to, it's kind of similar to power number 2, like hear different points of views or see different things from a completely different perspective, and you're like, all right, I get it, okay, like, yeah. But also, hold on, I think also, okay, some of you are gonna become bilingual or multilingual, and that's where you like learn different languages. So your language may improve for some of you. So in the language that you're not fluent in, you can become fluent in it soon, or like you just start to like understand words and sounds from different languages or a different language. Some of you will be asked to go abroad, and you have to decide where exactly it is that you're going. I'm not sure why. It might have to do with work, or it might have to do with a side project you're doing or business you're doing, but there's like 2 different countries that you're indecisive about that some of you have to go. I don't know. That's a blessing coming forward. I think there's a blessing because it's like you actually get to decide where you want to go. You don't just have to just choose immediately. You don't have to choose immediately. So yeah. And then for some of you where it's not a project or a business or anything like that, like it's just you have the choice of choosing between like 2 or multiple different countries to go to for your holiday, and you're like, yeah, I want to go here. I thought about it, I had enough time to decide, and I'm trying to go here. I'm trying to go Bora Bora. How about that? Yeah. I'm not trying to go where I always go. So yeah, there's more choice in something. Oh, some of you have a choice to like go back to school and study, or to learn like a new course. Like there's time to think about that. So that's a blessing too. Okay, power number 3. And then we have like we have the Fool reversed. I was like, I don't think that's a good sign. Like, because that's literally like, that's like something not happening. So I was like, what type? This is supposed to be a blessings reading. How am I going to tell power number 3 something's not going to work out? But then, yeah. I clarified it with the 7 of Pentacles reversed. So I was like, oh, that makes sense now. Basically, you guys, I think you're going to try and invest in something. Whether that's like a business or like stocks or like a relationship or a friendship. Like you invest in something and it doesn't work out. And some of you are looking at it like, oh my gosh, it didn't work out. Like, why? I invested so much time in this. And now my investment has gone down the toilet. I spent so much time with this person. I opened up to them and they've disrespected me, and the connection has not improved. But guys, the gag is that was supposed to happen. Like, you wasn't supposed to be with this person. You wasn't supposed to be in a relationship with this person. You weren't supposed to be this person's friend, yeah? because they wasn't good for you in the first place. It's the universe protecting you, and that's why it's a blessing. You get it? So if you try to build a connection with someone and they just flopped it and they weren't respecting you, or you guys just found out you don't have much in common, so the connection's not working, is the universe showing you like, look, this isn't working. Like, just let it go now. Leave it. It's done. It's not for you, babe. It's not for you, babe. You know? We'll give you something else, but you need to let this go. Like, it was only supposed to, your connection with this person was only supposed to show you, show you certain lessons so that you can move on to the next stage of your life. You ain't supposed to be with this person. How many times do we have to show you this? So you keep going back to this person, the universe is going to say, yep, it's not going to work again. Yep, it's not going to work again. Yep, it's not going to, because they're trying to show you that's not your person. That's not your person. But you can go back if you want, but we're going to keep doing the same thing. The spirit guides are like, we're going to keep doing the same thing, seeing as you want to be stubborn. But yeah, literally. And if it's not a person that you keep falling out with, or that you've fallen out with, it's like, let's say if it's like a business or stocks you invested in and it hasn't gone well, they're trying to show you, look, we've made it not go well, like now, in early stages. They don't want it to be a thing where you invest in it like over years and then it just goes down the toilet. Like, the universe is trying to save you money, you know. So you guys, I think something's not going to go well. It's either with a connection with someone or it's with like a business or project, yeah. It's just not going to go the way you expected. But I'm just here to let you know that that's supposed to happen. That's the plan. That was the plan, so that you can move on and do something that is actually for you, basically. So yeah. That's why I was like, this is a proper plot twist, because like these cards are negative, but it's not negative. It's like I don't even know what this is like. But then we have Noir de Perfection reversed, and a lot of things are not gonna go perfect. They're not gonna go the way you wanted them to go. But guess what? Pile number 3, that was supposed to happen. So what's so hilarious, you guys probably won't find it hilarious, but you will after I finish. Like, what's so hilarious, like the next month or couple of months moving forward, because this is the future, I was a bit vague about how like the timeline, but the point is, you might see certain things not working out. You may feel like, oh my gosh, like I want it to go like this. Why is it going like this? Because that's how it's supposed to go. Because the universe is trying to teach you, not everything has to be perfect, you know. And sometimes it's teaching you that maybe things are perfect and you're not seeing it like that, because your definition of perfection is not actually what perfection is. Did you think about that? Pile number 3. Think about it, okay? Your perception of perfection may not be perfection. So I feel like the universe is showing you, however your life is supposed to be, first of all, is in your hands. And secondly, if you do something and it doesn't work out the way you want, then it wasn't supposed to go like that. It wasn't, there's only so much you can control. We can only, as humans, we can only control so much, yeah. And then when you try and do something and it doesn't work out, like, you can either try again or you can, you know, try and do it another way. And I think your whole reading is you just need to try and do things another way, and you also need to change your perspective of the outcome as well, because you can still have a good outcome without it being as perfect as you want it to be. I feel like I'm telling off people, but guys, like, you can still have a good outcome, just not the way that it won't happen the way you want it to happen, but it still will be a good outcome. Sometimes it will turn out way better. So you think something can turn out perfectly. Let's say, for example, like, you're like, you know what would be perfect if I went to the bakery and I got like a big chocolate cake. Like, that would be perfect. That's perfect, yeah. But sometimes, like, the universe will surprise you. You could go into, like, the bakery, and then the chef's like, or what is it called? The baker, sorry, is like, hey, like, I really like that you did me a favour the other day. So instead of one cake, I'm going to give you two. I'm going to give you a cake for free. Like, and then you would really think, oh my gosh, like, that's actually perfect. That's actually ideal. So what you think is perfect may not actually be perfect for you guys. That's just an example I'm going to give. Yeah, the universe can give you something way better than you expect. So, yeah. Let me clarify perfection as well, though. Yeah, like, you overthink too much, guys. Yeah, I'm telling you off because you have to hear it. You overthink too much about what's perfect. Like, it's not that deep. It's not that deep. Because you'll get your blessings, just not the way you want it, basically. Just not the way you want it. Stop trying to cheat the game. Like, stop. You guys are like, no, like, I don't even know how to explain it to you, but, like, this is kind of, the Five of Swords, I always see as, like, mind games, like, trying to have one up on someone else, or, like, trying to have the upper hand in the situation. And the universe is like, stop this. We have the upper hand in this situation. Spirit guides have the upper hand in this situation. Ancestors have the upper hand in this situation. Not you, babe. Not you. Okay? We're trying to help you. Stop trying to be controlling, okay? Just relax and do what you're supposed to do, and we will provide. But they feel like you're not really understanding that concept. So I think for some of you, maybe I'm saying this message so you stop stressing about the outcome so much. As long as you're putting the hard work in, then you're good. And then we have Poe 7. I love this card. This is a good card to have. So this is time for change, to learn something new, to use technology and gadgets with wisdom. So, so change is happening, yeah? But it's happening in a way that you least expect, but it will benefit you. So it's like the universe is forcing you to change for your own good. And it's gonna appear like everything is just bad and is going terribly wrong, but it's all part of what's supposed to happen. You get me? And when all this happens and everything crumbles, because it's giving like tower moment, like when everything kind of doesn't go the way you want, is for you to learn something as well. Like, and I think it's for you to learn. We'll give you blessings, just not the way you think, and we're always going to surprise you. So yeah, that's how much I get from that. It's to build your character, like, I think it's to give you more I think it's to make you believe in yourself a bit more, like, you personally, like, because some people the people that really believe in themselves, like, even when they think things are messing up and not going the way they want, they're just like, do you know what, at the end of the day, I'm gonna be fine because I got me. And yeah, and they know that they can only do so much. So that's what's gonna happen for you. Yeah, I feel like it's going to, like, make you into a more sure person, all these new things coming up. And then we have 20. So let me read it. 20. You don't know, but you think you know. See, this is what I've been trying to tell you guys. I'm gonna say it again for those in the back here. You don't know, but you think you know, okay? You think, I'm reading the book, by the way, don't get at me. You think you know everything in a circumstance, but actually you do not know everything, and a critical piece of information is missing. You know what that means, guys? There's certain things happening in your situation that your spirit guides and the universe is dealing with. It's just you don't know that information. So you think everything's going tips up when actually they're trying to sort out your situation, in a good way. So yeah, consider that this piece of information or awareness might be something no one sees yet, meaning you, or it might be a piece of information being provided already by someone from the outside that is being rejected in. So you guys are rejecting like these new things coming in, these new changes coming in, and they're gonna come in, they're gonna force it in. Okay, that sounded a bit weird, but they're going to, you know, you have to accept it. In this situation, acting from what you know is acting in ignorance. Yeah, tell them again. Acting from what you know is acting in ignorance. Guys, did you hear that? The book said you're being ignorant right now. Yeah. And Auntie Risha's going to tell you right now, you lot are being ignorant and you need to stop it, okay? Because things are, all these inconveniences are happening, but they're good things. So just, I think this whole reading is this reading in particular, pile number 3 is don't stress, because you're going to be good. You're going to be fine. You're going to be all right. So if you like this reading, like, subscribe to my channel. If you like a personal reading, the details are in the description box below. Bye, guys.